Regardless whether you like it or you don't like it, you love it, you hate it, one thing for damn sure, you are gonna respect it.
Yo, what it do, and welcome back to All the Gold Podcast. We are your hosts, Derek J.
And your other host, Craig Cooper. Y'all, episode 72, Smackdown review. Tonight was a go-home show for Money in the Bank, which is taking place tomorrow evening, y'all.
Yes, sir. And Coop, first of all, before we get into it, man, show thoughts overall, man. What do you think?
I like how the show was star-studded. I was actually looking forward to the show, to be honest. This is a gripe, but I keep saying this. I just wish SmackDown was 2 hours. I wish SmackDown was 2 hours. There were certain parts that I liked. I liked the women's tag team match. I thought that was exciting. I enjoyed Aleister Black and LA Knight's match. I thought that was pretty good. It started a slow pace, but that was good. The ending for me was kind of weird. So we're going to get to that. So that's my quick thoughts. We're going to review the whole show, of course, but yeah.
Yes, sir. So let's kick right off, man. WWE Smackdown Live, Bakersfield, California, at the Dignity Health Arena. Man, let me tell you, man. Crazy, man. I did like the opening segment. Seth and the boys. That's why I call them Seth and the boys. They still like Heavy D and the boys. I'm calling them Seth and the boys because
okay. All right. We're on with that. We're on with that.
Right.
We're on with that.
So Steph and the boys kicked off the show. Says tomorrow night he takes everything and have absolute power. The crowd was chanting for OTC and says Roman is on the island of irrelevancy and where he put him at. And also he says absolutely nobody can stop him from dragging the WWE universe into the future and solo music hits. So I'm like, okay, little suspense right now.
Yeah.
So when solo music hits, right? He comes out with JC Mateo and Ep.72. All 6 men face to face was in the ring. Solo calls out each one of Seth's boys, calls Braun Breaker Jey Uso, call him main event Jey Uso, called Bronson Reed honorary Uso Sami Zayn, and then he called he told Paul Heyman. He said long time no see. So Seth grabs the mic and then Seth calls Jacob Solo's bitch. He said, "What you want to do? Let Jacob talk to you?" And he called Jacob Solo's bitch.
Yeah.
So the crowd was like, ooh, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So after that, Jacob and Braun Breaker stepped in. They had a stare down with each other, and they was just intense stare down. You know what I'm saying? I thought something was going to really pop off, like they was going to start swinging, whatever.
Yeah.
After that, let me see. Jimmy comes out and attacked them from Well, actually, they was leaving out the ring. They was having to stare down. Seth said, "Let's leave," whatever. They start walking out the ring. That's when Jimmy Uso comes in, pushes JC Mateo into Jacob Fatu.
Yeah.
That's a little rift between them two. They've been having a rift since the whole damn the appearance of JC Mateo. They've been having back and forth. So, yeah, man, that's how it all ended on that segment. What do you think about that whole segment, Coop?
I like this segment. This was one of my favorite parts of the show. I've been saying this for the past few weeks. I like how Seth Rollins is making you hate him in so many ways. I like the Seth Rollins and the boys. I like the group. That's what we're going to call it here on this podcast. Seth Rollins and the boys. We're going to stay with that. Seth Rollins and the boys. I liked it. Solo came out, dressing all red. They looked like Bloods and Crips on one side, That's how they was going with. Solo cut a promo. It's weird because Solo used to be so quiet and just so like angry all the time.
Yeah, but Solo started to joke around. He started to joke around a lot.
His character is so jive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right.
He become a jive turkey, I guess. But so it was a jive turkey. Yeah. He's a jive turkey. So it was a good opening segment. I enjoyed that part. Jimmy Uso came out. He kicked JC in the face. That's a good start to the match. That was a good transition. I still hate his ring gear, but that's something small. You know what I'm saying? So, and I was like, yeah, Seth is really about to take over this shit. But I feel like I'm thinking Money in the Bank. You will have Seth. Seth's going to win this. I feel like it's obvious. Seth's going to win, and I feel like Jey Uso is going to beat Gunther on Monday night, and Seth's going to cash in somehow. Either what could happen is Seth cash in on Monday night successfully, or Seth cash in and Roman interferes. So it could be one of those things right there.
Man.
It could be one of those things right. Yeah.
You're killing me with this one, man.
To get major heat, to really get y'all to hate his ass, he need to do that shit. He need to do that. Yeah.
God, you're killing me, yo.
Yeah.
Because I was like going back and forth in my head, like these scenarios, like who's going to win the male side of Money in the Bank?
Yeah.
I was thinking that maybe Roman might interfere tomorrow night, cost Seth the match. Maybe LA Knight grabs the briefcase, LA Knight, because it's pretty weird that, I won't only say it's weird because he was taking out everybody who's a participant in the match tonight. If you notice the pattern, he took out LA Knight, then he took out Andrade, and he took out Penta. Damn, there's one. Who else is in the match? Money in the Bank.
Solo.
LA Knight, Penta,
Solo.
Andrade.
Solo. Right?
Solo. Yeah, so he had to stay down with Solo. Yeah, so basically that's
the only one he didn't take out. Like, that's the only one. So
right.
Damn. Yeah.
So I'm thinking, man, I'm just thinking that maybe, just maybe, you know, I don't know, man. You just you done opened up a whole Pandora's box on who will win the male side of Money in the Bank.
Okay, let's just say Seth is not successful in winning Money in the Bank. LA Knight wins, right?
Right.
So now you get LA Knight versus John Cena. What's next? What's next PLE? I know it's like an overseas
Night of Champions.
Night of Champions. So maybe you get LA Knight versus John Cena.
Cashing in
unsuccessfully. I don't see LA Knight beating him. That would be a good shot though. But
crazy, man.
He say you fucking whole game playing.
Man, my whole damn scenario is just gone right now. Yo.
It was like
gone. You done messed everything up for me.
I said, damn it, cool. Those gold fuckers again.
But nah, it's all good. But before we go into that, before I just go into my review of that part, we got some chats in the building. Robert Brown, what's up? He said, Mr. IC Color proving night after night he can't book to save his own life. On that shit, yo. He said I'm sticking with it. He didn't even say his intro. Right. Yeah, usually you say
he even say his intro, yeah.
Indiana, what is it? Indiana, right?
Say it was popping.
Yeah, it was popping, yeah.
Yeah.
Logan James says, what's up, Logan? He says, hello, I'm sure Rhea Ripley will win Queen of the Ring, challenge Io Sky, and win the Women's World Championship. After that, Io Sky might take time off from WWE. That could be a possibility, though. It could be a possibility. She's been going strong for like the last 2 years, so yeah, it's a possibility she take a little time off. Okay. Yeah, good point, Logan.
Okay, thank you, Logan.
Rob said, Craig.
Craig.
Mr. IC Color need to slow down. Stephanie Vaquer. No, not necessarily. I think she's off to a good start. I think she's off to a good start. I don't think so.
I think she's great. I think she's great. I think they're not like, I think she just where she build up. Yeah, they got her. Yeah, they got her. She's in a good spot.
Logan says, poor Roxanne pinned again. Man, she's been having a bad week, right?
The hell?
That sounds like a damn. Though somebody else is speaking in the back. I said, God,
I'm about to say, show's over. Show's over. That's it.
Hey, yo, pack up and pack the house up, yo. You got to roll.
Pack it up, yo. We're moving. Take all of the pictures and everything. I want to go back to the point about Roxanne Perez. I'm with you on that so much. I've been saying this. She be eating too many pins, yo.
Yeah, she has.
I'm like, damn.
But something good gonna come out of it, though. I think something. Yeah.
I do got faith in Triple H.
She's legit. She's legit in the ring. Something's gonna come out of it.
It is me being selfish.
Right. Alex says you can't handle the truth. Yeah, the crowd was when John Cena said that, and the crowd was chanting, "We want truth." And John Cena says, you can't handle the truth. I was like, oh, man.
I feel like Cena went off script on there because I saw him go like
I think he went off script, too.
He's like, for real, y'all going to say that? All right, bet. Yeah, he went off script. You can see his his wheels turning as they said that.
The whole mood changed when they start saying it.
Yeah.
Yep. And then he says Solo wins, cashes in on Fatu. Nah, I don't think, man. You know, it'll be a waste of the damn for the Money in the Bank for you to waste it and trade it in on a mid card title. I think that's yeah. I mean, it can happen because they can challenge any champion. They said, but I mean, man, if you're gonna do all that, man, shit, you might not even take yourself out the match. So I'm not counting for no mid card title. I'm going for the world championship.
Right. Yeah, thank you, Alex. Appreciate that.
All right, let me get back to my review real quick. I just think it was a good promo to kick off the show.
Yeah.
I really wanted more out of that. I really wanted to see more banter going back and forth between the two groups. I think that I wanted Solo to be more serious in that one, man, because you got three threats on the other side of you, and you're coming down trying to crack jokes a little bit. Like, I wanted y'all to be serious too, and then look them man to man, eye to eye, and say, look, you ain't gonna come on my show, starting trouble on my show.
Yeah.
Basically, take ownership of the show, and then and get in their face, let them know, hey, I'm not to be pushed around, but it is what it is. I guess trying to build his character back up somehow, and I guess they're going with the jokes. But
I hate it. Yeah, I hate it too. He's too damn jive right now. Like, they need to cut that out.
Jive ass turkey. That's what the old folks say.
That's what you gonna call it from now on.
Yeah, maybe jive ass turkey. That's what sounds exactly what.
How you living? I'm pretty good,
I'm pretty good. What's happening?
Hanging and banging.
I'm on the side that's brown. Like, ain't doing all that. All right, let's kick in this first match, Coop. I'm gonna run down some key points, man, because we got a long ass show tonight, man.
Yeah, we can do it like that. We can do it like that. I'm with you.
Yeah, Jimmy Uso versus JC Mateo. Jimmy kicks off the match with 10 punches in the corner. They went into the straight 10 punches in the corner. It was a couple of back and forth action spots from both competitors. Jimmy knocks JC to the outside, hits a dive, then has a stare down with Solo and Jacob on the outside. JC, after the commercial break, comes in, kicks Jimmy off the top turnbuckle. He falls to the outside. Solo looking at him, talking shit to him, mocking him outside. JC hits a standing moonsault, which is the Great Value Rhino. That's what I call him, Great Value Rhino. He looks just like Rhino.
Straight Dollar Tree.
Yeah, like a Dollar Tree Rhino.
Oh, yeah, no name, no brand, no nothing. Just straight.
No name, no brand, no neck, nothing. Just
no name, no bread, just sauce. That's it. That's it.
He's terrible.
That's it, yo.
Yeah, so let's see. Jimmy did a small drop to gain momentum. Then he started going offensive. Solo tries to interfere, grabs the ref attention. Jacob gets on the apron, and then he and Jimmy have a brief stare down, but JC charged at him. Jimmy moved out the way. Then he knocked Jacob down onto the ground, and then Jimmy grabbed JC for the pin, the roll-up pin, 1, 2, 3. And then they had a stare down. I mean, him and what's the boy name? JC Mateo. Yeah, him and Jacob go at it a little bit, and then they have a stare down, and then Jacob walks off, and then when he walks off, JC tells Solo that he's the problem, basically. Yeah. So let me get your thoughts on that match, yo.
This match is okay. It served its purpose of just telling the story between JC and Jacob Fatu and Solo as the addition. So right now we in June, so I'm thinking, if they continue to slow build this and actually act and pull the trigger on this feud, maybe you can see Jacob versus either JC or Solo maybe at SummerSlam, because now they starting to pick the storyline up a little bit. So now, because we've been building this up since I think WrestleMania season, like February. Since we started our podcast, we've been talking about this. When's he gonna turn? So they've been slow cooking this the whole time. So now they're gonna re-pick this up. Ray Bear said something interesting that I agree with. And I didn't think he was going to say this. He said something, I'm paraphrasing because he said it in a different way. Basically, like how Jimmy Uso is kind of stuck. Like, he's not moving forward. Like, he's stuck below mid-card.
Like he in limbo or something.
Yeah. Wade Bear actually said that. Like, he said it in a different way, but I'm paraphrasing. But I was like, damn, I agree. Like, he's not that next level up. He could be there, but maybe they'll do something with him. So this match is okay. I did saying about the Great Value Rhino, same thing, but it serves purpose of telling the story between Jacob, Fatu, and JC. So that's what it was. So it was okay just to get through,
Right.
Tell a story for the next couple of months.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that this match will serve its purpose as far as um, telling the story and telling the list and Solo and take it.
Bro, your mics. There you go. I'm gonna say your mic sound weird at first. You good, bro?
Oh, okay, my bad.
Yeah, you good. You good now. You good.
Yeah. So
You
yeah,
good.
it's telling the story between their relationship and then the rift between the rift of their relationship, and then having JC Mateo enter the scene and then showing their beef with each other, and it's leading up to, like I said, a split. Is it too dragged out? Yeah, it is a little bit dragged out, but
yeah.
I just think that sooner or later it's going to come to a boiling point. They did do something later on in the program. I don't know if you caught it, but
we'll get to that too.
More on the subject, but I think it served its purpose for tonight. About Jimmy Uso, man, let me tell you something, man. The way Jay is going right now and the way they presenting him, man, shit, go ahead and put the Usos back together at this point, man. Go ahead and put the Usos back together at this point, man, because they really pissed me off the way they presenting Jay Uso. I mean, he comes down, he does the yeet thing, and that's cool with the kids, and that's cool with the crowd and stuff like that. But if you're the world champion and you got only what is it, four? What the shit did he say? 4 words.
4 words, 1 letter. I forget how you say. I keep 4 words, whatever how you say. Yeah. I just can't think right now.
Kids know about that, but I'm just thinking, man. Look, that's all you got to say, man. Because Cody Rhodes did all the talking tonight. My world champion didn't do no talking. He just said his little catchphrase, and that was it. And then he got knocked out twice in one night.
Yeah,
and then he got packed up.
I don't know what's going on.
I don't know, but yeah, put the Usos back together. Y'all gonna do that bullshit, please.
Yeah. We definitely gonna speak more on this towards the end too. So I'm gonna say my point. Touch
more on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So let's move on, man. Come on, let's move on. So Zelina Vega's walking backstage. She runs into Julia and says and this is talking about Julia, made herself very clear that she wants her U.S. title. The only way she'll get it is to pry it off her dead body. And Julia says, "I like you. You're confident." And then sarcastically smiled at her, and Zelina walks off. Yeah, that was wild. That was weird. I mean, that's
Yeah, that was
weird. That really you really didn't even need that segment, really, because
that should be a deleted scene that doesn't have to be there.
Right.
Like you watch the movie deleted scene. That's how that should have been.
Yeah, that's one of them DVD bonuses to get.
yeah. We didn't need that. The uncut version. We need that.
Blockbuster or something like that. Let's see. Damian Priest was backstage. He walked up on Jacob, and Damian says he knows what it is to go through with family, and he doesn't envy it. And he says, man to man, he's coming for Jacob's U.S. title. Jacob says, come on with it. But when you lose, you're going to fall them back like the rest of them suckers. You know what I mean? That's all he said.
See the rebuttal. See the trash talk. See the quick wit.
Right.
I'm trying to say my point, but yeah, I like that.
Yeah. But yeah, man. So what do you think about those two? Just real quick, just your thoughts on both promos.
I don't care for this feud, to be honest with you. It's just not that exciting. I was excited when they had Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest kind of going back and forth because they were beating the hell out of each other. When I say I don't care about this feud, it's just the way they match together. It just doesn't make sense to me. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy Jacob Fatu as a champion. Like he's the next guy up eventually. But
right.
I don't know. They gotta find some other way to get them the feud because instead of saying, I don't know why they keep going backstage and hey, I'm coming for your title. Okay, we can do it. Y'all did they did the same segments 2 segments in a row.
Exactly.
Even though Jacob Fatu had more to say as a champion, but still the way they're doing it, I'm not excited about it. Maybe there may be some kind of potential. Oh, I see. What could happen is maybe Damian Priest fight Jacob Fatu for the title at some point, maybe on SmackDown, maybe another PLE, and maybe there's some kind of interference with Solo and JC where they are meant to hit Damian Priest and they hit Jacob Fatu instead, and it calls in for the title. What's going to really set him off? So that could be the reason why you may potentially see Damian Priest gets the belt from Jacob Fatu.
Could be.
Yeah.
I mean, it's different. Like you said, I was looking more forward to the, I mean, not looking forward to it because we already happened, but I was looking like the Damian Priest and maybe what's the boy name? Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre. I really enjoyed their program. I thought that was gonna be like
I thought
I would have rather had Drew McIntyre go over and then have Priest go away for a little bit and then have him feud with Jacob Fatu. That would have been cooler.
Agreed. Yeah, I'm with you on that, bro.
It is what it is at this point. Let me see. So let's get into the next Piper Niven versus Zelina Vega. I thought that was a pretty interesting matchup. At first, I was thinking about this match. I was like, where are we going with this match? Like, where are we going? Like, she's going through all of the Secret Hervis and Chelsea Green. They're going to keep going on with this feud. You know what I'm saying? She already beat her for the title. She defended the title against her. She already beat Alba Fire. She just beat Piper. Like, come on, we got to stop. But anyway, let's get into it. So I thought it was a kendo stick match at first. I didn't know they was doing a hardcore match. So it was a kendo stick match. It was
Bakersfield brawl match or something.
Oh, come on, man.
If anybody in the comments caught what they said in the beginning, keep writing in the comments. They said it was a Bakersfield something, and I don't remember what the second word is. So like it's kind of like a
brawl.
Bakersfield battle something. It was something weird. Cause they said they announced it. Let me see. Maybe it's up here though, but I was like, well, what?
Yeah. So but don't worry about it.
I thought I found it.
Yeah, it was like a hardcore match, whatever. Zelina was getting the upper hand, whooping Piper's ass with that kendo stick at first. Piper then hit an electric chair drop. The Vega hit her head on the edge of the apron. She went face first on that. Piper then hits a basement crossbody to against the LED board, made that shit chatter.
That was shit.
Like a damn.
that she was like a little bug, yo. Like damn.
Yeah, she squished like a bug on that tray, yo.
Like somebody check her post, yo. Like damn.
Right. She might be dead, yo.
Yeah.
After the break, Piper hits Piper has the chain and she wraps it around Zelina's neck, and then Zelina moved it up to her mouth and she was pulling back on that. Then she hits a kick to the back of call it back of the head, and then pushed her head onto the bottom of the turnbuckle.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah, that was cool.
Hit her head pretty hard on that one. I thought she had a concussion on that joint.
Yeah.
After that, Piper sets up a chair, attempts to slam Vega, but Vega counters it, hits the DDT. Vega then hits a moonsault outside, taking out Green and the Secret Hervis all together, Piper and Alba Fire. Vega then hits a super code red to Piper, but Alba Fire interrupts and pulls her off the pin.
That was crazy.
That was pretty cool. I was like, damn,
that was cool.
She looked like a child.
Yeah, she did. She's like, wee.
Big body. She's like, trying to get that big girl over. You know what I'm saying? I had to catch myself. So yeah, man. So then Piper hits a Michinoku driver to Vega on the outside, and then after that, Green and Alba Fire sets up the table. Julia makes a save and comes in and hits Niven with the kendo stick twice. And then when she hit her for the second time, that's when Vega picked her up and power bombed her through the table, and then she got the win. After the fact, Julia and Vega are in the ring and they're celebrating whatever. She's holding up her arm. I knew something was coming because it was panned on the camera too long, and that's when Julia struck Vega and hits her with a fisherman's driver and raises the U.S. championship. So what do you think overall about this match?
See, when I think about this match, right? So this match gave me more than I thought I wanted, actually. It was surprisingly good. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, this match had some solid points. It was one point like the cold red from a top rope. That was amazing. Yep. She did the moonsault. That was amazing. This match, I feel like this match gave a point where they made Selena Vega the underdog of this match. Gave her sympathy from the crowd, which was a good idea, right? So as Julia comes out interfering, okay, she's getting a save or whatever. So as Julia turns heel, well, makes she already heel, whatever, but now you got more sympathy for the champion. Now you got a legit threat going for your title. Now this is where you need to be as far as the women's U.S. championship scene right here.
Yeah.
Because now with Julia getting the belt, I'm for it. I like it. I like it. So they might got something here with this. So they might got something with this right here.
Right. Just real quick, I'm gonna do my thoughts on this.
Yeah.
I think it was one of the best matches I've seen her as U.S. champion. You know, usually I'm ragging on Zelina Vega, but this right here was a good showcase for her right here. I think that
Yes.
She was presented well tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Still not agreeing with that damn Smackdown music she comes to the ring with. I think that's pretty whack. They need to hurry up and change that.
That's horrible, yo.
Yeah, but overall, I think that this match really, I won't say solidified her, but it really made her look like she was a good champion. Like it was just good back and forth action with Piper. I wouldn't even know that them two would gel well in the ring comparing like the size difference, but they actually gelled well.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I said, I didn't know that was going to be a Bakersfield brawl or nothing like that.
Yeah, that's what it's called. That's what it's called. Yeah,
Bakersfield brawl.
Yeah,
but yeah, man, she looks good tonight. She looked good. She looked good defending the title. I'm just ready for this feud to end with Chelsea Green. Julia comes in and she asserts herself into the U.S. title picture. Like you said, we was talking about that they need to be new challengers for the title. And I think Julia would be a good threat for her now. And I think Julia will take the title off her now. Yeah, man, I got really nothing to say, nothing bad to say about this one. I just think that Zelina Vega she showcased really good tonight. So big up to Zelina.
This was solid. This was maybe the first time in a while where she got presented like a good champion. And I'm with you on that. Just change the damn music, and she just
yeah, that music terrible, man.
Music got to go. Got to go.
Yep. All right, Jey Uso is backstage with Cody Rhodes and Jimmy Uso. Jimmy asked if Jey is okay. Jey said why everyone keeps asking him that, and said the focus is tonight, John Cena and Logan Paul, and then tomorrow is tomorrow. That's what he said. And Jey gets a little irritated and he grabs his title and leaves. Cody and Jimmy looks on. Man, these one-liners from Jey is killing me, man. I need more dialogue from him. He's not doing it for me, yo. And I hate to say that about him because, like I said, I do like him as a champion. But why they not giving this man? Maybe is he that bad on promos?
No, I don't think he was. He was never bad.
No, he was never. When he was with the Bloodline, and he was right hand man Jey Uso. He was cutting decent promos.
Yeah, even with tag team, he was never bad. He was never bad at promos. That's why this is like, what are they doing with him? They make him come off like he's stupid.
Yeah, it's weird, man. I'm like, yo, like, what are y'all doing? They make him sound like he, like, you know,
I don't know.
Like he has no mind of his own to talk. You know, like it's just all these one-liners, and he gets mad and walks off. I'm like, I know you're frustrated because everybody's asking the same question, but come on, man, y'all got to do something better for Jey, man. Or let him, if he can't memorize what y'all writing for him, have him cut his own promos.
Yeah,
this shit wild to me, yo.
You do what you did back then when Superstars in the 90s. They cut them promos and had that little gray curtain in the background with the W logo. Cut one of those promos right there. But this is why it's so confusing because Jacob can Jey can cut good promos.
Yeah,
he can cut. That's why this is
really
weird.
wild to me, yo.
I don't know who's doing this. I don't know.
I'm flabbergasted.
Yeah. I'm trying to save my point till later, but goddamn.
Yeah, we're gonna get there.
Yeah.
Babyface Hamp said, "What's up?" She said, "Dang, I missed tonight." So yeah, man, it was a lot happening tonight, man. Actually, I'm glad you said that because tonight, actually, I think Bakersfield got the best in a while. They got the best of both worlds. They got Raw and SmackDown on the same show, and that's really rare to see.
I think if Smike went to that show, like you got a good show. You got
your money's worth.
You got your money's worth. You definitely got your money's worth.
Yeah, to have everybody in the arena, you got Cena, you got Logan Paul, you got Cody, Jey.
They didn't even advertise Seth Rollins, did they? Because I didn't know he was coming out until like he walked out. I was like, oh shoot, Seth Rollins here. Like
Seth Rollins and Rhea Ripley was there. Stephanie McCare was there. It was crazy, yo. Crazy. That was like Pop City, yo.
Yeah,
that was good. There was a decent crowd too. You know what I'm saying? It was a decent crowd.
Yeah. They had to be for that. Yeah.
I think the only time they really didn't, maybe it was like the beginning of that Piper and Vega match, but they warmed up, then they started getting loud. So yeah. Now here we go. Got an Aleister Black promo says he can't let it go. So I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? said, I can't let it go. He says using the black mask was a respectful way to get his win to qualify for Money in the Bank. He talking about LA Knight. But he can't let it go. He says he wants to get closure for that loss and says if Knight wins, he'll respectfully and honorably raise his hand and take his loss with dignity. So what do you think about that promo from Black?
I loved it. I love this promo. I like this match between. Well, I'm jumping ahead, but I like this match. I'm gonna say it's a short bit of it. I like this match between them two. I feel like they had some good chemistry with these two. I would like to see them feud in the future. I would love to see that. This was a solid promo. I loved it.
Yeah. To me, I think that Aleister Black, he had those lukewarm receptions when he first came back because they was in the Midwest. I would have saved his debut for tonight. It felt like a crowd tonight. It would have popped better.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you.
You gotta think about with these crowds, you gotta think about location, man. And I'm not, no dig on any other city, man. But if you need a return, man, you gotta wait till you get to a big city and then make your return. You can't make your return, Des Moines, Idaho. Like, oh, the fuck going? Okay. Yo, and there's nothing against Des Moines because we might have people watching from Des Moines, Idaho, but I'm not making my debut in Des Moines, Idaho. That's how you pronounce it.
No, I'm not.
That's crazy, yo.
I'm coming to the Garden.
Yeah, coming to Madison Square Garden. I've been doing it in LA, I'm
New York,
in Miami, New York, Dallas, something like
that. The big cities, yeah. I see your point.
I'm not doing much in Green Bay, Wisconsin, or what's another bad city? Omaha, Nebraska. I'm like, come on, yo.
No, we're not doing that.
Yeah, crazy, yo.
I know somebody like, what the fuck?
Against the Midwest crowds, you know what I'm saying? I just think in small towns, the energy is just different, yo.
Yeah,
the energy is different. Yeah, man. But I like Black, man. I think that slowly but surely he's getting his feet wet again in the WWE, and I did like the ending of this match that's about to come up. And we'll talk more about that. But let's get into it real quick.
Yep.
Yeah, hold up. Let's see, copy. Oh yeah. So anyway, sorry about that. I'm trying to be
good, bro. Nah, you doing it, bro. You got it.
LA Knight cuts a promo in the ring about Money in the Bank, calls out all the competitors, right? I'm not going to go through everything that he said, but he called out the competitors. He calls out Aleister Black, says that he's sorry that he hurt your feelings, but he did what he had to do to win and qualify for Money in the Bank. Said he set himself up, and you set yourself up to get your feelings hurt again, because now I'm about to lay hands on you, courtesy of the BFT. And with everybody saying L.A. Knight, yeah. Wait, I wish I had my night glasses on right now, but my man's shining. He's shining right now. L.A. Knight versus Aleister Black. A couple of roll-up pin attempts. They did a temperature check. They really started slow with each other. Black cuts. Black attempts a black mask, but Knight dodges it. The first black mask that he did, he dodged it. And it was pretty damn close, but he dodged just in time.
Well, took that boy head off.
This is the weird part of the match. This is the weirdest part of the match. I mean, I don't know if you caught this. So LA Knight throws Black into the corner, and then he goes down like he's about to do a backdrop. Right? It was like a weird pause, like he was supposed to bounce out the corner, but he just stood there.
Like he just forgot.
He just stood there, bent over, and then Black looked at him and just kicked him in his damn shoulder. So I'm like, yo, what was that, yo?
I think he forgot his spot.
I think he forgot his spot, yeah.
Yeah, I think he blanked out for a second.
Yeah, he was down. He was like, maybe like 10 seconds. He was like this.
Yeah.
Almost like 10. I'm sorry, I'm exaggerating. It was probably like a good 5 seconds, but it was still weird, though.
Yeah, it was.
Yo, we got 8 watching right now. Just thank y'all for watching, man. 8 watching. So Black hits multiple strikes, right? He did that combo he does with the leg sweep.
I like that strike.
The springboard, but LA Knight pushes him over the top, and they both fall outside before the commercial break. Black hits a springboard. The crowd chants, "This is awesome." Knight hits a burning hammer to Black. Rollins comes in, right? Seth Rollins comes in and did the stump to LA Knight, caused the interference. The match was disqualified, and that was good because they didn't have each one of them lose, because you don't really want Aleister Black lose. He's trying to build up steam, so they both it was disqualification. So match was like null and void, whatever.
Yeah.
So Rollins hit the stump. Black confronts Rollins after he stumped LA Knight. So Black confronts Rollins, and then Breaker spears Black. Reed hits the senton to the Knight, and then Breaker hits a spear to LA Knight. Seth and Cruz stands tall. So what do you think about this match overall?
I like this match. When they was fighting, I was like, damn, who's going to win? Because I kept going thinking, like, this is my thoughts. So I was like, they're going to have a false finish because you can't make one look weak in this match right here. Because LA Knight stock is rising. Aleister Black just returned to WWE, so you can't have him lose either. So it was a good back and forth. I thought it was a botch at first when it was one part where before they went to a commercial break and then they both fell off the ring. I thought it was kind of weird how they did that, but it was good. The way Aleister Black be kicking, man, he be kicking your goddamn head off.
He's one hell of a striker. Because
if you don't got reflexes, all this is gonna be gone.
Yes, sir.
I like the fact that Seth Rollins really played up his heel character. He was packing people up all night, stomping people in the head. It was a good interference. Now, like how they teased when Seth Rollins was getting ready to go at, I believe it was LA Knight, I think. And Aleister Black got in his face and he stopped for a second. But I feel like that was a good way of making Aleister Black character strong too. Like to make Seth Rollins a little afraid of him. So that was a good match. So again, I'm gonna go back to this again, and I hope they feud again because they got some good chemistry together. I want to see this again.
Yeah,
I want to see a solid feud. Yo, I want to see that.
I agree. I think that this they got good chemistry together, like you said. I think that this is not the end of this feud.
Nah,
maybe if they revisit it in the future, but this would be a good feud for Aleister Black. I like how they work together. They was actually hitting it. It was a couple. Like I said, it was a couple botches because I think this is their first time facing each other, really.
To my knowledge, I think so.
I think one-on-one. I think they did fight with Shinsuke in the ring, but one-on-one, I think this is the first time. So they probably had to get a chance to, fill each other out. Pause. That was crazy.
Yeah, that was
fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Hey, so anyway, they had, just get the temperature check.
There we go. Yeah.
That's a better choice of word. So, the temperature check. And, the future would be bright for them too, man. Maybe for like a U.S. title feud, maybe down the line, or hell, never know. Maybe a world title feud. But I think this is good. Like you said, I like Seth coming down. He's packing everybody up, showing that he is a bona fide heel right now, and then he's doing everything to gain heat. Also, it was a point in the match where LA Knight, I think he attempted that. I think he attempted not to burn a hammer. It was one of the moves he tried to do.
On the top rope.
Yeah, the top rope thing. Usually, the
elbow. Yeah,
the elbow. Yeah. But anyway, I think it's overall a good match, man, between the two.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the match, which was really telling. That's when, like I said, when Seth and them came down in the ring and they jumped everybody, and then they just stood tall because, like I said, they just starting to look like badasses right now. They're taking out everybody. You see how they got LA Knight pinned down, well, not pinned, but laid out, standing over top of them. So, the best is yet to come with this group. I just wish they had a name for this group. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy they didn't do that yet. That's crazy.
That's why I say they call Seth and the Boys right now.
Seth and the Boys.
Figure out the group.
Figure out a group, get you a logo and get some merch. Let's go.
Right. Let's
go now. That's some merch.
Right. So here's something that's pretty good news. At Night of Champions, they're gonna actually have, because it was rumors that they was taking out the King and the Queen pay-per-view period, right?
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, at Night of Champions, they're gonna be a King of the Ring and King of the Ring. There you go. The King of the Ring and the Queen of the Ring tournament.
Yeah.
And then the winners will get a shot at SummerSlam for the respective world. Whoever wins for each brand gets a shot at the respective title of their brands, world title of their brands, both male and female. So what do you think about that? Is that, something that you're looking forward to, or what's up?
100% yes. I did not expect this because the rumor was that they are killing this idea. They are not bringing it back, and they've been saying this since last year. They said we're not going to bring it back. We're not doing King of the Ring. So when they announced it, this was a surprise because it wasn't even on the dirt sheets or anything. So I like this idea. Who's going to get it? I don't know. So that's why it'll be fun trying to speculate who's going to win. But it'll be fun how they're going to put the match together, like who go against who, men and women's side, because especially the women, because women, they got so many talented ladies on that roster. So this opportunity, man, this is an opportunity to bring somebody up. So that's what I'm excited about. And you still got the money in the bank situation too. So this where they shining right here. This, I got faith in this. This should be pretty good.
Yeah. So as you can see, I mean, you really can't see it right here, but it's going to be a tournament-style bracket from each respective brands. You're going to have the male side of Raw, the female side of Raw. You're going to have the male side of SmackDown and the female side of SmackDown. And each, they'll run through the tournament, I guess. And, like I said, the winners get a match at SummerSlam between the respective brands champions, male and female. So I think this will be a good, like you said, a good chance to showcase some talent that's coming up. Right after this announcement, we're going to run right into it. Byron Saxton was backstage, interviews Jade Cargill. So Jade Cargill was backstage, says she will win the Queen of the Ring tournament, and she's not asking for gold, she's taking it at SummerSlam. Charlotte then comes into the frame and says that Sugar and Salt does the same thing, says choose your friends wisely, and also that she will win Money in the Bank. Tiffany walks in and said good luck with that. So I'm saying this all to say that right now it looks like Jade Cargill and Charlotte Flair are already announced for this tournament. What do you think about the subtle announcement? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it was kind of like they try to slide them in. So what do you think about that overall?
I thought I like them going back and forth for each other. But I thought it would be like a qualifying match. That's how it normally is. A qualifying. I don't know if they're trying to see. I think this PLE is like June 28th. I think, is that right? I think this is the next one, right? Yeah. So damn, it's like back to back. God damn. But anyway, so this one will be so quick. So I think a lot of the wrestlers are going to be like this. They're all going to be automatically put in the thing, because if you do a qualified match, that's going to be way too many matches. So certain feuds or certain like teasers, they're going to have to like, how do I say it while saying pause? They're going to have to put these characters in the situation. There you go. Put characters in the situation without actually having a qualifying match. So that's why they did that, because they did the announcement. So they want the immediate hype like right away. So now that we got your attention, now we're going to get y'all excited. This is a potential match that could happen. I don't think it will. I will keep them away from each other right now, but at the same time, it's like, why not tease that? Why not? So,
yeah.
I
was kind of pissed a little bit, man.
Okay.
I'm like you said, you can't. To me, they should have qualifiers, see who qualifies for the match, instead of just saying, "Hey, I'm going to be in this. I'm going to be in Night in Champions," and so you're already inserting, making your card up right now.
Right.
I know they don't have that much time. I think it's within a month time, but still, you can still do some qualifiers to see who qualifies for, just like they did Money in the Bank, see who qualifies for the Queen of the Ring tournament and the King of the Ring tournament as well. Charlotte in the tournament, maybe this is a way for her to get back into the championship picture. Jade, fresh face.
Could be.
Would I say she's ready right now? At this point, I'm still not sure, but I'll give her a shot. You know, saying nothing wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know how else, like who else will qualify for this, and you know if they would do qualified matches, because you already got two women that says, "Hey, I'm gonna be in the tournament." So I don't know how this is gonna work. I didn't hear anything from the men's side or who's gonna be in the men's side of it, which is, you know, I think they're saving that for maybe another show. But the women, you know, two of the biggest women on the show already saying that they're gonna insert themselves into the match. So we'll see, man.
Yeah.
Alex got a comment. He says, "It's sad that once again I will not watch the finals of the Queen of the Ring because I boycott the Saudi events. I can't tolerate the bodysuits." Well, respectfully, you know what I'm saying, I agree with you. You know what I'm saying, that the bodysuits are a little bit too much. You have to understand that it is, you know, unfortunately WWE have shows over there. I think they have a 10 or 15 year contract with Saudi, and that's what Vince did. So they're obligated to do these shows now. But I think that, you know, out of respect for their religion, like, you know, for the women, you gotta cover up or whatever. I do understand that, because we got to remember, It was at first when they first did it, they didn't want no women on the shows at
Yeah,
first.
so this is something because you're right.
Yeah, they didn't want
Yeah.
no women. I think Natalia was Natalia the first one who it was Natalia.
Yeah.
I forgot who it was. I know Natalia was one of the participants, but it was her and somebody else. I can't remember. Maybe Carmella.
Yeah,
They wore the t-shirts with the body. It was wild. I can't remember. I got to go back and look. But anyway, they're making progress. They went from t-shirts, now they're doing bodysuits. So maybe they put little decorations on their suits now. I don't know, but sometimes you just gotta respect their religion. You know what I'm saying? That's what they want.
Yeah.
They gotta comply. So, but I do agree with you, man. Sometimes it is hard to do the bodysuits, but good point, Alex. I appreciate it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
He also says, imagine being a hardcore UFC fan like me that watches every single event. When TKO lines WWE and UFC up events up in one weekend, it's overwhelming. Yeah, it is, because they sometimes, to me, like the last couple pay-per-views they did, it feel like they've rushed WWE's events, and then to make sure they have time to start the UFC events. You ever got that feeling?
Yeah, I do get that feeling. Somebody said it's on TikTok, so I didn't mention it because I don't know if it's true or not. And somebody said, they doing this because they owe money or something like that. So I don't know if that's true, but what I can say, I can see how some fans can get overwhelmed in a way, in a sense, because it's like literally the PLEs are like back to back to back. They're so quick. Yeah. Like it used to be like good 3 or 4 weeks. You get time to build a story up. You get time to start new feuds. Now just 2 weeks. I'm like, damn, we just came out of like these events are going so quick. And I'm like, because right after that you have what's the next one? I think Saturday main event coming up, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know what's after that. Then you have SummerSlam. Like these events are like really quick, really fast.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then for the UFC to be on the same night as a WWE pay-per-view, and that's back to back, that's overwhelming too, because if you think about it, sometimes when they double book like that, they think they start WWE an hour early, like 7:00, just to have it in at 10:00 sharp so they can start the UFC one. Sometimes it's in the same city. So it's a lot, man. To me, I'm kind of questioning TKO's business practices right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm like, to me, I think they're starting to be all for the money right now. They're just trying to do as much events as they can to do money. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Stay in the green. If you're talking business, stay in the green. So, yeah, man, I agree with you, Alex. Man, it is overwhelming, yo.
Thanks for pointing out,
Alex, man. All right, so let's move. Legado del Fantasma, they cut a promo, says they will establish their legacy in front of their people at Worlds Collide and become the faces of Lucha Libre when they beat Psycho Clown, Dr. Wagner, and Pagano. So not really much on this one, you know what I'm saying? It's just Legado del Fantasma trying to get back together and keep their family strong. Berto, Angel Garza, and what's my boy? Santos Escobar. So they just, doing a promo to keep them trying to further the story with Berto and Santos Escobar. So we'll see what happens. What comes at Worlds Collide tomorrow.
Exactly.
Byron was backstage and interviews Chad Gable, says he will win the AAA Mega Championship from El Vikingo. Excuse me. He was disappointed that he didn't win the Money in the Bank qualifier, but they found a great replacement in El Grande Americano. Andrade comes into the pick in Penta, and then Nick Aldis creates a match after they got into a shower match with American Made, and made a match for American Made versus Andrade and Penta. Whew, okay, so what do you think about that? Do you think of those two segments I just covered, Fantasma, the Legado del Fantasma, and the backstage segment with Chad Gable?
The first one I'm gonna go with. I think this is a good way to promote what they do on Saturday, even if a fan who doesn't know them per se or don't know the other wrestlers. So this is a smart way to promote it. I think that was excellent. Let's go with the second segment. As far as the second segment, they still going with the whole Chad Gable. Is he not the other person or not? So they still going back and forth with that. They still going to stick with that storyline. So that's how it's been. I think it was okay. It was just like to pass the segment to move the story further along. With Chad Gable and then his other character.
Right. Yeah, man. So same here, man.
Yeah,
I'm really getting a little frustrated. Not frustrated, but a little bit tired of the whole.
it's like it's running its course, right?
Huh?
It's like it's running its course, right?
Yeah, it's ran its course,
Yeah.
definitely, yo. Definitely.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Without a shadow of a doubt. I'm just, I'm over it. You're playing with my intelligence, as I say, usually. Let's move on, man. Tiffany Stratton was in the ring, and Tiffany cut a promo, and she basically cuts the promo and says the women division revolves around her at this point, and then out comes Rhea Bloody Ripley. So Rhea Ripley comes down to the ring. And Rhea comes down and she cuts the promo and she says that well, first of all, she came out to a thunderous pop, and then says that
Boy, is she, man?
Yeah, because her on SmackDown is rare, so
like Tiffany disappeared.
Right, I think Rhea's charges overtook her.
Damn, yeah,
she
yeah.
After that,
yeah.
She looked like a regular average Joe in the ring.
It did. I was like, if you look them two like side by side, you're like, yo, this is crazy. Yeah.
So Rhea comes out to a thunderous pop, says she's never been in the Money in the Bank qualifier because she's always been champion. Says she misses the feeling of being champ. Then out comes Stephanie Vaquer. Well, actually, Stephanie Vaquer's music played, and then she comes down to the ring. They have her and Rhea have a stare down in the ring right before commercial break. And then after commercial break, the match started off. It was Stephanie Vaquer, Rhea Ripley, and what's the other girl's name?
Alexa Bliss.
Alexa Bliss. I'm getting old, man. I'm getting old.
It's all good.
Versus Julia Roxanne Perez and damn, what the hell was the other? Naomi. Damn, I'm tripping tonight, yo.
Yeah,
Naomi. So anyway, it was a good match, yo. It was a good match between them. Let's see. Stephanie and Julia kicks off the match. Multiple pinning combos. That was pretty cool to see. Stephanie attempts the Devil's Kiss, but Julia kicked out, or she reversed it.
Yeah.
And she hits a stomp on Steph. Like she pulled her arms back and hit her face first into the mat. Naomi tags in and tries to attempt the Devil's Kiss, but that's when all the women came in the ring. Well, actually, Stephanie countered that, and then they got into a scuffle. And then she hits the Devil Kiss on Naomi, but that's when everybody came in the ring, and they, it's like all 6 women in the ring, whatever. Alexa tags in and goes for the offensive. Rhea tags in and clears house with the hot tag, hits Roxanne Perez with the Razor's Edge. All 6 women were battling in the ring again. Alexa hits the Sister Abigail on Julia. Roxanne tries to tag Naomi, but Naomi jumped off the apron, stared her down, was like, nah, you good. I'm good with this. So she's really getting into that heel character. She was like, nah, I'm good. So then she walked off. Poor Roxanne was in the ring by herself against Alexa, Stephanie, and Rhea Ripley. They all hit their signatures, and Rhea hit the finisher on her for the Riptide, and then for the win. So, with all that being said, what is your thoughts on this match, Coop?
I like this match. When they announced it, I was looking forward to it. I was like, I got excited. Like we getting everybody in the same ring. Like I was like, oh, this is exciting. We getting Stephanie and Rhea in the same ring. You got man, this was exciting. This was a solid match. Solid back and forth. It's me being selfish, me being biased. I don't like the fact that Roxanne Perez ate another pin. So
another pin, man. That's
like,
crazy.
God damn, she can't take a break. But for her to take a lot of pins on multiple shows, a lot, her character is still pretty good. Her character doesn't come across weak. You know what I'm saying? If this makes sense. So it's like, yeah, she takes a lot of pins, but like you said earlier, she's gonna be fine. She good. Like she's good. You know, because she's going against main eventers. So it's not like she's going against what's that one you call Al Snow?
What's her name? Not B-Fab.
Yeah, B-Fab. There we go. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like if we're going to get B-Fab, then I'm really pissed. But it's against Rhea, so it's against Superstar. It's her and Michin. Yeah. Them two. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, overall, man, like I said, I think this is a good showcase from all the women that's participating tomorrow night. Like I said, the crowd was behind this match completely. It just had a lot of star power in this ring right here. Rhea, she stole the show again.
Yeah.
But before I go, Alex got a comment. He says, I personally thought Stratton's blonde aura complemented Rhea's goth aura. Rhea being taller gives her a greater presence. Yeah. I mean, it was, I don't know, man. I like Tiffany Stratton. Don't get me. I like her, but I don't like her at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
I get it. I get what you're saying.
I'm so over the blonde champion. Like, they've been doing that for years. You know what I'm saying? Like,
true. It's
cool,
been done. It's been done before. I see what you're saying. Like
it's been done before.
Yeah.
I think it's now time for the brunettes to take over, yo. I'm just saying, yo.
I get what you're saying. That's a good point. Yeah. That's a good point. Yeah. That's why I say she got a ring. She's strong. I was like, damn.
Yeah, she just shrunk to me. This is my opinion. I think she's strong. But
that's what you said.
Like I said, good showcase from all the women, participating tonight. Like I said, a lot of star power.
Yeah.
You can't ask for more. Like I said, this was a star-studded Smackdown, and can't ask for more. I would say this though, I don't know who will win the Money in the Bank tomorrow for the women at all.
I don't know.
I was thinking maybe Naomi might get it, but I don't know, man.
It's hard to say.
It's hard to tell, man.
I know
Stephanie's not going to get it. I can tell you this.
It can be too soon. It's too soon. It's too soon.
Too soon for her, right?
Now, if we're wrong, I'll take it, but I feel like it's too soon. It's too soon for her.
Alexa is a possibility. Julia, no, because she already established herself going for the United States, the women's United States title. So I know she's not going to get it.
I feel like Rhea will be too obvious.
Yeah, it's really between Naomi, Alexa, and Rhea. And out of those three, I hate to say it, but I had my money on Naomi at first. But I'm gonna say Alexa Bliss gets it because Rhea shouldn't get it because Rhea is already established.
I can see Alexa. I won't be mad at Alexa Bliss winning.
I won't get mad at you.
She needs to get back into the important role that she was in before she left. So I won't be mad at that if she wins it.
Right.
I won't be mad at that.
Right. All right, man. Let's move on, yo. We rolling through this. We rolling through it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Solo and JC Mateo's backstage. JC says, can you trust Jacob? And Solo says, I brought Jacob into this business, and says that besides, he's all gas and no brains. So I'm like, oh shit, here we go. And I knew something was up because they kept the camera panned on the damn door that was in the background. And then they walk off, and then they kept the camera on the door for like a good 2-3 seconds. And that's when JC. That's when Jacob Fatu came around the corner. So he heard everything that was going on. So it's obvious now. They're going to split because now they was giving you a reason, to keep them together for a little bit as a family. But now since he heard Solo talking to trash, it's the what do you call it? It's the old I heard you behind, the old I heard you from a distance. You thought I didn't see some shit like that. But anyway, yeah, they're gonna split up. What you think about that, Coop?
It reminds me of Batista and Triple H, like back in the day. They did the same.
Yeah.
What's right is Batista go to SmackDown. He's dumb. He don't know what he's doing. So he's sitting there like,
right.
See y'all talking shit. All right, bet. Yeah, pack y'all up. That same night, he had to, So Jacob want to crash out. It's gonna take it a while. Want to crash out? Yeah.
I think he's frustrated, yo.
Yeah, he gonna lose that title. He gonna crash out.
He's quiet. He was more quiet tonight too. You notice that he was more quiet. He wasn't that animated.
I want him to say something. I'm about to say, I want him to say something. Yeah, I want him to say something, get on the mic and say something. But like they're trying to save his character for that because he was real quiet. He was real quiet tonight, yo.
Yep. So yeah, man. I think that eventually, this is going to culminate. I think this is going to come together to a head at SummerSlam.
Yeah,
they're building for SummerSlam. Night of Champions next month, and I think something in my eye. Night of Champions is next month, and I don't think they put on this match at Night of Champions, but I do think SummerSlam.
SummerSlam is where it's going to be. Yeah. Yep. I can see that.
He's going to play along for a bit. He's going to play along, but you're going to see him start doing things like slowly but surely breaking away from the group even more and more now.
Yep.
You're gonna be a little bit more like "Don't touch me" and all this stuff like now, and you'll see.
Yeah.
Next segment. This was a what the fuck moment for me because I'm whatever with this tag division at this point.
Oh, shit. I forgot about
signs
this.
of the night. The signs of the night was playing. You know, they showed the kids and the people in the crowd with the signs, whatever, the homemade signs. Then it gets interrupted by Bo Dallas, Uncle Howdy. He says that they will not be forgotten. I'm paraphrasing. They will not be forgotten, and they're going to test the brotherhood of the tag division. So I'm like, okay, whatever. Then the whole tag team division is backstage. Says that they have a bigger problem and that they need to worry about the Wyatt Six, come together and unite against the Wyatt Six. So I'm saying, okay, you got the Motor City Machine Guns, you got the Street Profits, that's already 4 people. You got DIY, and then you got Fraxium. So you're talking about 2, 4, 6, 8. You're talking about 10 people against Dexter Loomis, Eric Rowan, a little fat guy. I keep forgetting the fat guy's name.
I forgot his
Joe
name.
Gacy and Bo Dallas.
Yeah.
4 people, 4 against 10. And they're worried about these 10 men are worried about these four guys. Anyway. So I'm just sitting back like, what the hell are we doing, man? They all come together doing the powwow moment. They're trying to get their thoughts together. Who's going to take out or who's going to go and challenge the Wyatt Six and take them out and once and for all. I'm like, come on, man. Yeah, this is all y'all got for the tag division, man. This is sad.
My gosh.
This is so far from the days of Action Smash, Demolition, the Road Warriors. This is so far away from, U.S. Express, Heart Foundation, the Rockers. What's the Tito Santana and Rick Martel?
Yeah.
I'm naming classic tag teams, the British Bulldogs. It's just so much of a shit show for the tag division. Like, I don't get it, man. What's your thoughts, yo?
This was a fart in the bag. That's what this was. That's what this was.
Man.
This was a fart in the bag. I don't know what the hell they was thinking. Okay, let's just say they would have kept the Bo Dallas video. Let's say they kept that. Cool, whatever.
Right.
We didn't need for the whole tag team division say they're afraid of these people. That didn't make any sense to me. Because y'all been going back and forth. Y'all been beating each other up, and they feuding with this person. Is that makes no sense. Why are we doing this? And then I feel like the reason they're doing it because it's one of those things where, like, and I said once they started like wrestling, you know what I'm saying? It took away from the supernatural scary shit. You know what I'm saying? So now you got to have a different way to do the supernatural scary shit. And now you got to actually wrestle, actually get in the ring, actually cut promos because that doesn't work anymore because Undertaker is the last person to do that. And Bray Wyatt is the last person to do that. You know what I'm saying? Right. So now you're trying to come back and be super serious. He's saying you're afraid of these people, but you haven't done nothing for them to be scared of you.
Right.
What you do? Cut the lights off and attack them? That's no reason for them to. Everybody has done that.
Right.
So that's no reason for the whole. Yeah. Do something else.
I'm sitting back, man. Like I said, man, I named all them classic tag teams, man. Them tag teams back in the day wasn't having this, yo.
Hell no.
No, this is whack, yo. And they're like,
the Hardys, the Dudleys.
Right, the Hardleys, the Dudleys, Edge and Christian.
Pack them up.
We're packing you up, yo.
Yeah.
We're packing you up, yo. And it's like, it's just crazy, man. I'm so over the supernatural shit, man. Like,
yeah.
It's no, to me, it's no place for it no more. I mean, it was a gimmick that was for like late 80s all the way up to like the early 2000s. That's it.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
We got some comments, yo. Alex says, if the Pacers win, do we see Tyrese Halliburton at SummerSlam? Hell no. I mean, yeah, he might show up. He's a fan of WWE, might, but I can't stand Tyrese Halliburton in the Pacers. I don't even like OKC. I'm not even watching the finals because of this, man. I wanted my Knicks to go to the finals, man. So, yeah, man.
I feel like where they gonna be at? New Jersey?
Yeah, New Jersey. Yeah, he ain't gonna show up in Jersey.
Nah, he ain't gonna show up in Jersey. He ain't
gonna show up in the metropolitan area. Yeah, they gonna run that man out of town, yo.
You talking about Heat? Oh yeah, don't do that.
Well, he might show up because he might be bragging. Yeah, he might.
Yeah, he might do that.
Alex.
Ooh.
Johnny Autism Wrestling. Okay, what's up, yo? First time seeing you. Says
Okay.
TKO make me so upset right now. So I did something what I thought I would do. When I thought I would do a match, an episode of Dynamite on Wednesday, and you know what? I enjoyed it. Oh, so basically saying that he watched the match on Dynamite. I can tell you this. I'm glad you did watch Dynamite. I didn't. I watched Dynamite, but it was playing in the background because it was no way that I was doing a review show on that.
Can't. 4 hours. Tony, what the fuck are you
4
thinking?
hours, yo.
Yeah,
I call that. I call Dynamite this Wednesday just past Spot Fest. That's all I call it because they were just doing spots.
Yeah.
Yep. But Johnny, Autism Wrestling, I appreciate you. Thank you for your comment. As always, appreciate you. Let's see. Alex Alberto G says some Reddit accounts you don't get it. There's a deeper meaning to the Wyatt 6 tag team division story. If I had a nickel, yeah. I don't see the deepness of it, man. It's just they don't have shit to do. I'm just gonna be real with you, Alex. At this point, the WWE, the creative direction don't have anything going for the Wyatt 6, so they just threw them in the tag division storyline. This absolutely makes no sense. If you was going to throw the Wyatt 6 in the tag division, you should have either Eric Rowan tag with Joe Gacy or what's the Dexter Loomis, either one of those three combinations, and then have them separately like they did the Bludgeon Brothers with have them challenge the tag division. You could have left Bo Dallas cross out of this. Yeah, right. They could have. Then you could have had Bo Dallas start to assert itself in the mid card or the lower main event card to start asserting himself back into a prominent position. But they're not doing that. They don't have no direction for him at this point, in my opinion. I might be wrong, but I don't think they have nothing to do, no storyline for him. So they just threw him in the tag division.
No, bro, I'm with you because it's a thing that sometimes people may be afraid to be honest because unfortunately, Barry White, and he tried to bring it back for nostalgia purpose and try to carry on their legacy. But I feel like those shoes can only be fueled in by one person and one person only, So, and I feel like they were stuck on that and trying to bring back that feeling, bring back the nostalgic moment. But I think you're doing yourself a disservice by trying to run the same character and within the same way, and it's not run by the same person. So when you bring them back to wrestle and bring them back, and the way you're bringing them back is not really effective. You know what I'm saying? That's why it comes off like lackluster because they don't really have a solid story. Like they interfered in one match and kick everybody's ass, and everybody afraid.
Right.
They haven't done anything that's not normal in a professional wrestling show. Interfere in a match, attack everybody. Everybody has done that in any show. So you haven't done anything that makes everybody fear you. You know what I'm saying? So it's not making any sense. If they were given something like that were actually solid, actually stick to a better storyline, that would make sense.
Right. Yeah, man. So that's my thought on the Wyatt 6. Let's move on. Okay. All right, so they did a Worlds Collide and Money in the Bank recap show. Money in the Bank show recap of all the matches and stuff that's taking place this weekend. I thought that was pretty cool to keep the crowd updated. Penta and Andrade versus American Made, the Creed brothers. Penta and Andrade, they started the match off. The match didn't even start. They just dived over the rope, took them out.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Right before the match starts, Andrade hits two meteors to both Julius and Brutus Creed. Penta and Andrade was just whooping their ass, and then all of a sudden the Creeds hit a running knee, a stepping stone. They jump on his back, jump on his brother's back, hit Andrade with the knee, knocked him out, and knocked him down from the turnbuckle. The Creeds were in control, for the mid part of the match. And then after the commercial break, Andrade makes a tag to after he got beat down, Andrade makes a tag. Penta tags in with a crossbody. Chad tries to pull off Penta's mask, but El Vikingo steps in, and then he stopped him from doing that, and they brought the crowd.
Yeah.
Andrade hits a couple back elbows to both of the Creeds. Then Penta hit the Mexican Destroyer for the win. Afterwards, they celebrate, but Seth and the boys came down to the ring, and then they attacked Penta and Andrade. Breaker hits a spear on Andrade. A senton was to Penta from Bronson Reed. Penta then gets stumped by Rollins, and then a tsunami to Penta from Reed to end the match, to end that whole segment. So what do you think overall, you know what I'm saying, about this whole match, Coop? Oh, before we do that, yo, we got some comment. We got a comment from our boys over at Champion Corners Podcast.
Oh, yeah. What up, y'all?
Yo, we still got to get with y'all, yo.
Yeah, we got to work something out. Yeah, we definitely need to plan something. Yeah, maybe SummerSlam. Maybe SummerSlam that weekend or something. We got to figure something out.
Yes, sir. So we're going to get with y'all, man. It says the Wyatts only need a group that's scary as them, and it'll make sense. A good gimmick match will suffice. Like bring back Buried Alive match or something like the Funhouse that Bray did. You know what? That makes. You know what? That's a good ass point. They need another group.
That's exactly what it is. Thank you for pointing that out. Yeah,
thank you for pointing that out. They need another group that's counting them and they're spooky.
Yeah, because you're doing the spooky shit versus regular shit, and
the spooky shit is not happening, man. The Scooby Doo shit is not working.
It's not working. Yeah. Solid point. Solid point. Thank you for pointing that out. Appreciate that.
And they said, "What's up, fellas?" Yeah, we appreciate y'all, man.
What up, guys?
I came on their show, leaving comments on their show, so it's good that they're up. One of them are up right now. I don't know if it's Professor or not, but they up. So we appreciate y'all, man.
Definitely appreciate that. Definitely.
Chaos, what's up? Chaos is in the building, man. He said, "What's good, y'all? Sorry I missed the show. I got a lot going on." Yo, we know, man. We know. You don't gotta explain it, yo. We know.
You gotta explain it all, my brother.
We appreciate you.
Yeah.
And then he said, Champion said, "I feel." I don't know what they feel. Pause. That's crazy. But we'll figure it out, yo.
He probably agreed with what we said about collaborating.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm with y'all.
Yo, but still, man. What was that? Oh, the Gable mask and the Reed. Yeah, I think, like I said, Seth is just beating down everybody tonight, man. All his competitors in the match, he's running through them. That's crazy.
Whoa, running through him. Just damn.
That's wild, yo.
So good.
Oh, it's Sean play. Oh, what's up, Sean? Yeah.
All right, Sean.
Good with you, man. What's good? But yeah, that was crazy what I said, man. That's crazy. Yeah, we're gonna have to
we have to just
dictionary and get my lingo up. That's crazy.
I need
the source for other words.
You put it right here on the side. Me too. I did that earlier. I said, let me just.
I need to go like this and find other words because.
You're like, hold on for a second.
Yeah.
There it is.
But anyway, yeah, man. I just think that basically, Seth is just beating down everybody that's in his way right now to soften everybody up. Damn, that's. Hey, he just, he's attacking everybody to get him out the way for money.
There you go, bro.
That's crazy, yo. All right, let's get on to it, man.
All right,
Paul Heyman afterwards, he said he cut a promo. He was like, "Yay, we walk through the valley of Baker's bitches." I'm like, yo, he called Bakersfield Baker's bitches.
That was funny.
That little fat man, that little penguin.
Yeah.
Off the hook, yo.
Yeah.
He says that Seth Rollins is the vanguard of the future. Says tomorrow night, Seth becomes once again Mr. Money in the Bank. Says Seth will propel this industry into the future. Paul starts doing his reigning defending promo, and then Cody music cuts, and Seth looks pissed. Cody comes to the ring alone, stares down Seth and crew, and then he has to stare down with Seth. Jay's music hits, and he does the yeet thing with the children and stuff like that. He comes to the ring, commercial break. Now, before I even get to that last segment, I'm going to talk about this segment because this is where the bread and butter is for tonight. This is where I wanted to get to.
Yeah.
And I wrote this down. Say, can I be selfish? Because I wanted more from that confrontation. I wanted more from that confrontation because I think that Seth helped Cody get the belt, last year.
Yeah.
Was it last year?
Last year. Last WrestleMania. Yeah.
So he helped him get the belt last year. They both lost their titles within a year span, right? Mm-hmm. So in my mind, Seth is like saying, "Hey, man, I did all that. I sacrificed my championship for you to lose your championship, right?" So it was so much. It was so much things they could have played off of, and I wanted more from that confrontation because you remember Seth was the first opponent when Cody came back, to a WWE.
Yeah.
And they had that brutal Hell in a Cell when Cody tore his pec. You know, they got a history with each other. And I really wanted more from that conversation. I just did not like the stare down. It was climactic. I mean, you know, not anticlimactic.
Anticlimactic. Yeah,
anticlimactic, whatever.
Anticlimactic. Yeah.
Right, because they looked at each other, and I was like, damn, say something. You know what I'm saying? Address. Y'all got to address each other. I would rather have that addressed more than the whole Cena and Logan Paul thing, because I wanted more from that. What do you think, Coop?
I see your point, because I was like, okay, they're in the ring now. I say, oh shit, we going to commercial. I say, I hope they're not going to do the whole they just disappeared and go back to the back. I said, damn, that's exactly what they did. Because when Jay was coming out and then they cut the camera to Jay Uso, I said, yeah, they did this segment. Then I said maybe that was a slight tease in the future. Maybe we will get Cody and Seth at some point. I feel like that wasn't for nothing. I feel like that'll be something like down the line. So maybe they was just like I think they were trying. There was a slight tease. That's what they're going. I definitely feel like they're going to revisit that whole confrontation at some point. Right. I feel like it wasn't wasted. You know what I'm saying? Like that. It's going to be something behind it.
The opportunity was there, though. They could have.
I know, but understand, like selfishly, I get it. Right. I totally get it, because I was just like, wait a minute, hold up, they're gonna do this, and then Cena might come out and he get to be in the ring with them. Not just like
that's what I thought was going to happen. Maybe
that would have been insane.
That would have been crazy.
Cena and Seth said it. On both Cena and Seth said the same thing tonight.
Yeah,
if they have almost the same mission in a sense,
right?
They said the exact same thing. That's why I was like, wait a minute, we might get. I said, damn, they didn't do it.
I would have loved for Cena to have a promo and then cut it on Seth in the ring and cut it on Cody. And if Jay was in the ring, cut it on Jay. Like, he would have just torched all of them.
That's what I wanted.
That would have been so damn cool, real.
This was weird, though.
Champions Corner. Paul was cooking tonight, y'all. I still feel like the whole Seth group is slightly forced, but I get it. Yeah. Well, yeah. Because they still don't have a name. I said it. They still don't have a name, so they still being. I won't say forced, but I feel like
maybe that's why they feel forced, because they don't. Because every group that like Evolution or Bloodline, they have to establish their name already, like early. So maybe that's why it feels like that, because of that. You know what I'm saying? Because they just like, we're a bunch of guys just beating people up. They never said that. So maybe that's why it's that. I can see why that feels forced from that perspective. You know what I'm saying? So because they still haven't said that. It's been 2 months now, so it's weird. Yeah, probably longer than that, since WrestleMania actually. So,
and then it says, you're right, Derek. You can see Seth boiling over as Cody got closer to the ring. Yeah, I thought Seth was going to explode on Cody, yo. Like, go off on him. Hey, yo, come on, man. Wow. Yo.
But no, yeah, you're right. They got to do this feud. They got to do it.
I said the tension is boiling. He like he's about to explode him. Hey, that's crazy, yo.
Hey, yo.
Damn. Long-term booking. See the win it till you can't handle the truth. Perfect timing. I'm gonna get to that, yo.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. I wanted more from the Seth and Cody's confrontation, man. And like you said, it's probably setting up, planting the seeds for a longer feud. So
yeah.
But afterwards, we get the actual promo. I mean, well, I guess the promo that we was waiting for. And I'm gonna put this picture up here because that's the only thing I got. You know how Smackdown WWE be selfish. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, Cody cuts a promo on Cena, calls him desperate. Say he was dancing in Kai Cenat's stream. Say he said some other shit, but I'm not gonna get all into that. He threw away 20 years of goodwill to win the 17th title, which is true. Cena music hits. Well, actually, Cena music hits after that because Jay was already down in the ring. So Cena music hits. The crowd erupts. The crowd went crazy. I would give him that. Like, even though Cena's a heel right now, he's still getting loud ass pops, yo.
He is. Yeah, he is.
Out of respect, he's still getting loud pops, and because let's just face it, man. Cena put a lot of stock in the company. He got a lot of.
He deserves it. Cena deserves it.
Yeah. Cena music hits. The crowd erupts. Cena sucks chants happen, and he points to Nash, the ring announcer. They ask you him the proper announcement. Says, the last real champion, 17-time champion, all that shit. Logan Paul sneaks behind and knocks out Jey Uso. That's the first knockout, right? Cody goes for the crossroads and Cena hits him with the title, knocks him out. And then Paul hits the frog splash on Rhodes. Cena says, have a good look that no one is coming to save you. Have a good look, no one's coming to save you, basically. So I'm thinking somebody else is going to come out because he said no one's coming to save you. He kept saying that shit. I was like, well, okay, whatever. And then he said, humble yourselves, for the future world heavyweight champion is Logan Paul. And that's why I put this picture up here, them holding the titles together. So then after they finish their promo and their shtick or whatever, they attack Rhodes. I said Rhodes. They attacked Rhodes again. The crowd was chanting, we want truth. Cena says, you can't handle the truth. Like, it was like the perfect that was so perfect. Yeah, like Sean said it was the long-term booking. Cena went into you can't handle the truth. Perfect timing. That was so perfect.
That was on top of the dome too, because that wasn't planned. You can tell he was getting ready to say something. He's like, yeah.
Right. And you talked about it earlier too when we were talking about it. You said like this was not scripted. Cena went straight off the top of his dome and he counted the audience, you know what I'm saying, which was brilliant in my mind.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. So like I said, man, this was crazy. I wanted more out of this. Let me get your thoughts before I go on mine. I gotta get my shit together. Go ahead.
Got you. Okay, it's weird. It's like I like this segment, but at the same time, I feel like I didn't get enough from this segment. If that makes sense, you know, because when you advertise like this is the final stare down or confrontation between the four competitors, we got that, but we got a brawl, I guess you say that, you know what I'm saying? So they didn't really say too much. I feel like Cody kind of said the same thing. I feel like Cody's character kind of pissed me off sometimes because I feel like he's mad for the wrong reasons. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like my guy kicked you in your balls at WrestleMania and it took your title.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Kicking your balls at Elimination Chamber and turn heel. You're not mad about that. You're more mad about it's about the fans. So that comes across corny to me in a sense. But
he got punched in the face by Travis Scott. That's crazy.
That part too. It's like you're not mad about that, and it's weird. And I feel like his return was too early in a sense. So keep him away from the title picture right now because I feel like it would be too soon. But like. And I feel like some reason I felt like with the scene, but let's go back real quick because Cody did 95% of the talking in this promo. You are standing next to a world champion. You are standing next to a guy who's building up to as a next guy up, right? And for the past 3 weeks, this guy has been literally saying 4 words. Yeet. That's it. And it's like you are making his character come across as lazy and dumb.
Right.
I'm going to say this again for people who watch the short clips on TikTok and say I'm being negative. Watch the whole clip. You know what I'm saying? So it's not Jey Uso can cut a promo. He can cut a solid promo. He can work in the ring. He can work on the mic. You know what I'm saying? But it's a thing of what he's been presenting. I'm like Monday, him in the locker room with Gunther. Gunther said all this stuff about how you the world champion. You got too much distractions. You leading with your head, not your heart, and all this stuff. And he cut a solid ass promo for a heel. And you just got up and said one word, tap. Why are we sticking to one word? You're the fucking world champion. You should be doing more. And you're constantly getting packed up. You're constantly getting knocked out. They're booking him to be weak. And he's getting booked to be a transitional world champion. I feel like he's gonna lose a belt this coming Monday. He's definitely going to lose this coming Monday. I definitely feel this way. And again, I want to be wrong. And I hope they pick the story up. I hope they make him be himself more. I hope he says more than 3 words. I want to be wrong about this, but how he's been presented and what he's been given, because it's not that he can't talk. It's not that he can't work in the ring. It's what he's been given. And the presentation of him as a world champion has been weak as hell. And I hate that shit for him.
Right. Yeah, man. 4 letters, 1 word, man. That's all he's been saying. Yeet. And I'm not shitting on Jey Uso. I think Jey Uso has, like I said it before, he has the look. He has the,
yes.
He has the momentum. He has the crowd behind him. I don't know if it's creative that's writing his promos for him, who's making him look like that. I'm gonna have to agree with his father, Rikishi, man. Like, they are putting him in situations that making him not look like a valid champion. Like,
Yeah,
it's crazy, man.
yeah,
He has so much to offer, yo. And then like he's just cutting these one sentence words, and then he stands in back of Cody Rhodes, who's not a champion. I understand that Cody, is the quarterback of the company, he's the face of the company, but right now, Jey Uso is the world heavyweight champion. You are not a champion, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as Cody getting some mic, but you got to give Jey a little bit more speaking time. That's crazy. He's standing back like he's like lost in the sauce, like there,
yeah, yep.
And Logan Paul sneaks behind him. I mean, he's been getting punched in the mouth by Logan Paul for the past month now.
Yeah.
Knocked him out twice on Raw. Knocked him out backstage on Raw. He got his little revenge at Saturday Night's Main Event when he beat Logan Paul. And then all of a sudden, Paul jumps in the ring tonight. Knocked him out twice. He knocked him out when he first got in the ring. He got up, knocked his ass out again, hit him with a frog splash. I'm like, yo, come on, man. They are just...
Yeah.
Me, yo.
They're making Jey look weak, yo. And he's not a weak champion. It just is the way he's been presented. At all. He's not a weak champion.
If you look at it, man, you know what I'm saying? He might be that transitional champion.
Yeah.
I don't know if I like your theory, what you said. He might lose the belt, Monday to Gunther. Maybe Seth cash in. Mm-hmm. I don't know. But at this point, I don't see Jey Uso taking that belt into SummerSlam.
Nah. He's not.
I don't see him taking that belt.
And again, I want to be wrong. I want to be totally wrong about this. Yeah. I want to be wrong. Like, let's make it clear. I want to be wrong because I like Jey Uso and I like him as a champion. It just what he's been presented is shit. That right. Sucks. Damn. Come on, y'all.
It gotta be. Chaos got a comment. He said, I like Solo's promo against Seth's group. I don't like if they turn face. He said, I don't know if they turn face with Jim. Got to get rid of JC. He just doesn't fit. Yeah. I like the promo. I want more serious side of Solo because I feel like he's just turned into a joke of a character.
Yeah, he's so G. Yeah, he's trying to be fun.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know about him.
Yeah,
we call him Dollar Tree Rhino.
Yep.
At this point. Champions Corner says it's that intro, bro, be out of breath. It's a long walk to the ring.
You're right. He did say that.
Hey,
he did say that
because he be out of breath and stuff like that. Well, that's what happens when you smoke and drink half of your life. You know what I'm saying? And Usos are notorious for getting a little tipsy. You know what I'm saying? A little alcohol, think of the sauce. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he's burnt up. You know what I'm saying? Maybe his lungs ain't up to full capacity. But yeah, man, it's crazy.
Damn.
Yeah, man. So this has been a crazy SmackDown. Like I said, Bakersfield, California tonight. They got the best of both worlds. They got Raw and SmackDown. The star power was legitimate. If I paid my money for this show, I would have been satisfied. I would have been satisfied going to SmackDown than probably Money in the Bank because this was one hell of a show. Like as far as star power, the matches were great. I didn't have only match that kind of was slowed down, and it was only at the beginning was the Zelina Vega. And
picked up.
So, rather than that, man, overall, I think this show was probably out of 4 out of 5. So I'll give it a 4 out of 5 tonight. Yep.
Solid.
So Coop, man, where are we at, man? Let's let the people know where we at as far as our viewers right now.
All right. Before hopping on the show, we were at like one. I said one. We were at 1,070 something. We're at 1,094. That's where we at.
Oh, we at 1,000. We are 6 away from 1,100 subscribers, yo. Please hit that subscribe button. Hit that like and subscribe button. Help us out in the algorithm. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, what we at? Almost at 1,100 in what we less than 3 months. Well, maybe 3 months coming up soon.
Yeah, that is insane. Yeah, that is insane. We definitely appreciate y'all support. for chiming in, comments, sharing, other wrestling podcasts. We appreciate Champion's Corner for chiming in. Definitely appreciate y'all. Love what y'all doing. Like, y'all are killing it. We definitely got to link up at some point. We'll plan it out. Maybe a SummerSlam thing. We'll figure it out. But anybody who's been checking us out, sharing our videos, commenting every single week, every single day, it's a lot of sacrifice. We love it. We love just talking about professional wrestling. It's fun. It's an outlet. You know what I'm saying? It's fun viewing the shows. But again, guys, this is a quick climb. This is a fun climb with this we're doing right now. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate y'all.
Right. Before we go, though, we got a couple more comments. Champion's Corner said it felt like it was a good go-home show. Yeah, it was.
It was.
They say congratulations, y'all. We appreciate y'all.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Like Coop said, thank you for y'all support. Like I said, I come on their podcast and I show them love when they do their Sunday. On Sundays they do their live, and I come through sometimes.
Oh yeah, Sundays. Okay, I'm gonna check it out. Bet. Okay.
Yeah, Sunday. I think they do their Sunday evening, whatever like that, and I come through.
All right,
got their panel up. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, maybe one day I can come on. Maybe this Sunday I can come on and get on the panel with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Let me know.
That's what's up.
Yeah, man. And then Alex says, "Is Trump and Elon the best storyline in wrestling?" Let me tell you something.
Yo,
that man did a whole Cena turn on Trump, yo. He gave Trump the hug and kicked him right in his nuts, yo.
He kicked Trump in the ball.
Information. Yeah, Republican Party, they suffering right now. Nah, I'm not playing.
Trump versus Elon at SummerSlam.
Hell yeah, book it.
Book it for the U.S. title.
Be like, Elon, Elon. Before he his promo.
Oh, nothing but peons. No pukester in the back. No pukester in the front.
Man. Very small, man. Very, very predictable. I know how I'm gonna beat him. You know, yeah. My Trump impersonation is terrible, but yeah, man, that's gonna be a good match if they book that, yo.
Yeah,
hey, I don't like really getting into politics like that. You know what I'm saying? Because
it gets messy. People get too.
Only thing I know, both sides got crooks, and it is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? As long as you keep living your life, you know what I'm saying? Just do the best you can do out here in these streets, man. Both sides are crazy, man.
Yeah.
You got weirdos on both sides. Hey, look, man. I ain't getting into it, but yeah, just know that they got weirdos on both sides of the table. It's like the Bloods and the Crips going together, man. Just fighting. So, yeah. But anyway, guys, listen. We are out of here, man. I'm Derek J. That is. We out of here, yo. Peace.